Okay. Woo! The stream thing wouldn't work. I don't know who's going to be here, if anybody's going to be here. Hopefully, if you see it change on my page, it will come up. I'm going to breathe and hope that everybody can find me. Oh my goodness, this has been very, very interesting. Um, the software that I use, OBS, wasn't connecting for some reason, and I kept getting an error message from YouTube. And I've been working on it since about 6:49, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, this will show up on my page, and all of you will find me. And if worse comes to worse, I will have the playback, and you can watch the playback. Okay, so um, let me just type something in the chat box. Just want to mention that there are technical difficulties, but this is Bliss Breaks, so I'm going to give myself a little bliss break and a pardon. All right, so welcome to the third episode of Bliss Breaks. I am learning technology and learning new ways to come to you every week and to share music with you and everything. So tonight is a mostly by request show. So a lot of I mentioned in the previous episodes. Get here, Rhonda. Get here. In the previous episodes that you could request songs and people have. And I appreciate that. And I'm going to be sharing music with you. This first song was my choice, actually. So I'm going to do this one. And it has an interesting story. It was a Nina Simone song. And she recorded it in 1958. And it was featured on her album Little Girl Blue. Now, it did well with the critics, but it wasn't, a huge success for her then. Then in 1987, almost 30 years later, someone in the United Kingdom decided to use it for a Chanel No. 5 holiday campaign. And so the song reached the top 10 in the UK. And then it came back over on the other side, and it became a hit for her and kind of revitalized her whole career. And she would close her shows with it every night until her passing. So I'm going to do My Baby Just Cares for Me. Oh, it's real technical difficulties. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Of course. Why not? Why not? Here we go. My baby don't care for shows. My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for high-tone places. Doesn't like fancy rings or other expensive things. He's as sensible as can be. My baby don't care who knows it. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for shows. No, my baby don't care for no clothes. My baby just cares all for me. My baby don't care for those furs and laces. My baby don't care for high-tone places. Beyonce is not his style. And even in a horn smile is something he just can't see. My baby don't care who knows baby just cares for. He just says his prayers for. My baby just cares for me. He just cares for me. Do Whew. All right, let me take a breath. I tell you, the things that happen when you go through like technical difficulties and I'm all by myself in this space. So there were things that were happening that just kept over and over and over again. I couldn't connect. I couldn't get it to connect. And I'm like, what do I do? I'm going to lose all my viewers. They're all waiting at a certain link. And then I went to the link for the show, and you can't restart. Once you stop or get disrupted, you can't restart the show on that link. So you have to start a whole new stream. So I'm going to have to do a lot of behind the scenes stuff to add all the information that I was going to share with you tonight, because on the previous stream, there's a whole lot of links for you and stuff to kind of extend tonight's experience, if you will. So I made some playlists of covers for all of the for all the songs that I'm doing. There's a playlist with covers by other artists, so you can see that and kind of like explore more of these songs with different interpretations by different artists. I'm still a little shaken by the technical difficulties, and my mind is like freaking out. All right, so this next song is a request by my friend Karen, and I'm really glad that she requested this one because it's a nice jazz tune. It was written by Sammy Kahn and Julie Sline for the Frank Sinatra film 1947. It happened in Brooklyn. All right, this is Time After Time. Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when your day is through. I only know what I know. The passing years, they'll show you have kept my love so young, so new. And time after time, you hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you. Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when your days are through. I only know what I know. The passing years, they'll show you have kept my love so young, so new. And time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm lucky to be loving you. All right. The lyrics of that song are perfect for me coming and sharing this music with you. Time after time, I'm so blessed to be able to bring joy to people and get that joy back. People don't realize how reciprocal that is, to get that energy and that feeling. And I notice it even more because I'm here in this space by myself. I'm in my office. One day I'll show you the behind the scenes. But I'm in my office, in my home, and I feel your energy. I feel your love. And I've been feeling it for the past 3 weeks. So thank you for showing up and letting me show out, okay? Aw, my pleasure, Karen. Hi, Wondrous. Thank you. Okay, so this next song was requested by Cindy. And I'm glad that she requested it and that I put it on for tonight. I'm just straightening out my little papers. Because it's one of my absolute all-time favorite songs to sing. It's a gorgeous song that started out, published in 1941. It was featured in the film Sun Valley Serenade, and then again in 1942 in The Orchestra Wives. It's a jazz standard that also is a soul standard because Miss James Etta Hawkins, y'all better know her as Etta James, took the song, turned it on its ear, and made it all her own and released it in 1960. And so she's one of those women that really inspired me. Take the song, claim it, learn the song, get behind the song. What is the story of the song? Be a storyteller so that you can claim the song and stand in it. So this is a song that I know that I stand in, and I love singing it, and I love the way it feels as it moves through me. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. My life is like a song. The skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped in clover. The night that I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I could call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. Oh, you smiled, yes you did. And then a spell was cast. Here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last. Oh, yeah, yeah, I found that dream that I could speak to, a dream that I could call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never ever known. Yes, you smile, oh yes you did. And then a spell was cast. Here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last. Oh yes, you're mine. Yes, you are mine at last. Oh, I needed that. I don't know if y'all needed that, but I know I needed that. Oh, all right. Keith, I see you. You're late, like you said. I was late getting started, honey. So you didn't miss much. You did miss much, but you can always do the replay, okay? For those of you that don't know and can't see the chat box, I'm still trying to figure out. If you're not a YouTube subscriber, there's something, I don't know if you can see the chat. I don't know all of this stuff. I'm figuring it all out. But it is perfectly aligned that this song was a request by Karen, another one by Karen. I'm trying to work in my original music because I don't perform that a lot publicly. So this is an opportunity for me to do that. And this song I actually wrote as a mantra to kind of remind myself that everything is okay. Everything is all right. You're perfectly human. And the bumps and the bruises that come through life and all of those things, stop second guessing yourself. Stop working so hard. Be mindful of all of that stuff. And this is the message that I needed in the moment that I needed it. So I'm going to sing my song, Perfectly Human. Inchworm, measuring the marigold. Won't you just stop and see how beautiful you are? Inchworm, measuring the marigold. Won't you just stop and see you're gonna grow far? Here's why: you're perfectly human, one of a kind. Perfectly. Ooh, yeah, know that you're mine. Perfectly human, your star always shines. Perfectly human. Constantly question, trying so hard, putting up borders. You better tear down the guard. You're wonderful, just as you are. Simply marvelous. Don't work so hard. Here's why: you're perfectly human. Yeah, you're a star. Perfectly human, you know that you are. Perfectly human, you're gonna grow far. Perfectly human. Second guessing, toiling way too much. Don't you wonder, or you might lose touch? You're wonderful, just as you are. Simply fabulous. Don't work so hard. Here's why: you're perfectly human, one of a kind. Perfect. You're perfectly human. Your star that shines. You're perfectly human. It's alright, don't have to fight. Better let your light shine. It's alright, don't have to fight. Better let your light shine. It's alright, don't have to fight. Better let your light shine. It's alright, don't have to fight. Don't let your light shine. You're perfectly human. It's alright. You're perfectly human. You're alright. You're perfectly human. Perfectly human. All right. Ooh, mantra, mantra, mantra. It's all good. It's all good. We're amongst friends. We're family now. We're starting to build this community around this music. And again, I appreciate you for being here, for spending the time with me, allowing me to come into your space, coming into my space. My space doesn't exist anymore. But anyway, uh, watching the playbacks, inviting people, all of that kind of stuff means a lot to me. And I'm glad you're here. So thank you. And there might not be information in the box down below. There will be if you watch the playback. There will be some information to know about all of the songs that I'm doing. There's these great playlists. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to music. I love music. I love music. Love it. Um, Most of you know Chuck. He's my drummer. He's also my significant other. He calls me his wife, so I gave in after about year 3 and started calling him my husband. My father was not happy because he thought we had a secret wedding, and we didn't. But now the whole world knows. Anyway, um, people ask us and have asked us since we've been together. It's been 13 years. Do you guys have kids? Blah blah blah. And I was like, music is our baby. It's been our baby before we met. It was like the number one, and we get to have that number one together. Oh, it's I'm a music nerd, so I get to dig into these songs and share all my nerdism with you. I love to know who sang it first. Who sang it next? What's the most popular cover of it? When did it come out? What's the date of the song? What label was it on? What was going on at that label at that time? All that stuff. So yeah, I'm a huge nerd that way. But I'm gonna stop rambling because I'm rambling, and I'm rambling because of my brain still running. But I've got some help to kind of rein me in because starting this really, really, really meant a lot to me, and the response that I got was fantastic. And so I started talking to my web guy about making changes to the So Good Serenade sites and making it more interactive for everybody and all this stuff. And I had all these ideas, and literally after last week's show, I was sleeping maybe 3 or 4 hours a night because all of these ideas about how to share music in this medium just kept coming. They just kept coming. So I just kept writing everything. So um, Lucas is my web guy, and I running all these ideas, and he's like, "Hey, hey, hey, slow down, slow down." He's like, "We can test all of this stuff. We can, slowly roll it all out, but we can't do it all at once." And that really is a pinnacle for me. I Before being quarantined and going through the pandemic and all that kind of stuff, I ran all the time. Like I was doing, any upwards of 275 plus shows a year. And a lot of them were all over the tri state area. So I was always in my car. I put no less than 30,000 miles on my car every year. And so a lot of times I was exhausted, but I was loving the music, loving the music. And it's good to kind of shift gears and be in my own space and still be able to do what I love and share it. So he, I, since he reined me down and reined me in, I said, look, I want to dedicate a song to you. So let me know what your favorite song that you want to hear me sing is. And he sent me, Hold On, I'm Coming. Oh, thank you, Wondrous, right? Wondrous knows. Wondrous has we've been friends for several years now, and I am always sharing her ideas. I'm always sharing my ideas with her, and she's got like all these links on my Google Drive for all these ideas of shows and productions and programs and all these things I got. So I'm glad, yes. And Keith knows very well too, because Keith and I are working on a duo project, and he's like, I can't even follow you. I can't follow you. But I'm calm right now. Excited but calm. So I'm gonna sing this song, Hold On, I'm Coming. And I have to tell you the little story behind it that I found out. So it was written by Isaac Hayes and David Porter. They were staff writers on Stax, on the Stax label, and they were in a writing session one day and took a break. And David Porter took a little too long to come back from the break. He was actually in the bathroom. So Isaac Hayes finds him and comes and knocks on the door, and he's like, man, come on, we got to get back to writing. And he says, hold on, I'm coming. And so the song was written right after that. Isn't it interesting how these songs come to be? Now don't you ever feel sad. Lean on me when times get bad. When the day comes and then you're drowned in a river of trouble, it's coming down. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm on my way, your lover way. If you're cold, I'm gonna be a cover. You never have to worry, 'cause I'm here. Never need to suffer whenever I'm near. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. I said, hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. Reach out to me when you want some satisfaction. Oh yeah, call my name when you want a quick reaction. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shoot up, 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 da, 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 ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, ba, da, 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 da. Now don't you ever feel sad. Lean on me when times get bad. When the day comes and you're feeling way down in a river of trouble, I won't let you drown. Hey, just hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. Now hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, hey, I'm coming. I'm right round the corner. I'm coming. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. Ah, shabba-dabba, wee. That's for you, Keith. Keith keeps putting Charlie Wilson, Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band in there. And we used to do this thing for the wedding band. Keith and I were in a wedding band for 10 years together, Kaz Music Orchestra. And we just, the band kind of folded last year. And we used to do this thing at the end of song. It started as a joke, and then we would mix it into songs. It's a thing that Charlie Wilson does. He goes, shabba-dabba, wee. So, and he does it in just about every song or at the end of songs somewhere. So Keith keeps putting it in the chat box for me to do it. So there you go. Thanks, Karen. I love sharing the background. I know it's nerdy, but I just love sharing the background for music because I think it's really interesting how things come to be. So it's time to close up the show again. Thank you for getting through the technical difficulties with me. I am learning, and I'm excited to be learning because it's possible for me to reach out to you and be with you, even through all of it. So I'm glad. I'm grateful. I'm gonna do one more song. When I set up Bliss Breaks, I had an idea for me to do something every week, but do different songs every week, right? Do a different song every week. I got a long repertoire list, and there's a bunch of songs that I know that I don't sing on a regular basis that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use this as a space to sing all of those tunes. So I wanted to not do repeats. I didn't want to do a repeat. But this is for you too. It's not just for me. It's for you too. So if somebody emails me, like Carol, and says, will you please do Ain't No Mountain High Enough again? I will do it. I'll add it. I'll add one repeat if it's requested at the end of each show and kind of close with that. Because it's my way of saying thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me do what I love and share it with you. I will see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. with some soul good music, bringing on the bliss, you know? So I got this one last song. Thank you, Carol, for requesting it. And it's simple. It means that no matter what happens, no matter if there are technical difficulties, I'm going to get to you because ain't no mountain high enough. Oh, this is wonderful. This is just wonderful. There's another technical difficulty. Give me 1 second. Let me figure out why this thing is not doing what it's supposed to do. Hold on. I'm coming. There we go. Woo! Breathe. Yes. This is what happens when life's happen. Listen, baby. Ain't no mountain high. Ain't no valley low. Ain't no river wide enough, baby. Now if you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby. Just call out my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. I remember that day I set you free. Told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow. I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough? Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Oh no, darling, no wind, no rain, no winter's cold. It's gonna stop me, baby. Not if you are my gold. Come on and sing for me, oh baby. Ah, my love is alive, way down in my heart. Although we are miles apart, if you ever need that helping hand, I'll be there on the double, just as fast as I can. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough? Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Ain't no mountain high enough. me from getting to you, baby. All right, everybody. Thanks again for being here. Thank you for putting up with Wondrous and Keith in the chat box. I'm seeing stuff scroll while I'm singing. I'm like, what are they talking about? Have a wonderful, wonderful, safe weekend. The next time that I see you, it will be after we vote. If you haven't, it's important. It's so important. It's so important. Get out and vote. Um, I usually don't make political statements. You're getting to know me a little bit with this. Usually I just sing. I just sing and let my song be heard through the music. But thank you for becoming like family, and I will see you next week. Until then, stay blessed. Bye, y'all. More technical difficulties. It's wonderful. Yes. I'll be in the chat box for a little while longer. I'll keep the stream open if you have any questions. Okay.